Welcome to the Dressing Gown CEO. In this episode, I'm joined by Fiona Beamish, the interim CEO of the Australian Hairdressing Council and a true force in our industry. From her early days as an apprentice in Adelaide to becoming a salon owner, educator, and now the voice of our national hair community, Fiona's journey is one of resilience, heart, and purpose. We dive into what it really means to lead with values, how the AHC is evolving to meet the needs of modern salons, and why connection, mindset, and community are more important than ever. We also explore parenting teenagers, how success evolves as we grow, and what the future might look like for the Generation Alpha. So whether you're in the hair industry or not, this conversation will leave you feeling grounded, inspired, and better equipped to lead in life and in business. Enjoy. Welcome to the Dressing Gown CEO. I am your host, Emily Tardiello, and this is the wonderful Fiona Beamish. She is a leader in hairdressing industry whose career has spanned continents, roles, and revolutions in the way we see hair, business, and leadership. From apprentice to salon owner, educator, and now interim CEO of the Australian Hairdressing Council, Fiona brings a deep understanding of what it takes to evolve with the industry and stay grounded in your values. Welcome, Fiona.
Thank you. What a fantastic introduction.
Thank you.
Great to be here. Wonderful. Thanks, Emily.
You're very, very welcome. For those of you at home who are listening or watching and you don't know what the AHC is, it's basically the national voice for Australia's professional hairdressing and barbering industry. And it was established in 2010. It supports salon owners, barbers, educators, freelancers, and product suppliers with resources, accreditation, advocacy, and education. And the AHC sets ethical and business standards, represents the industry to government. Yes, this is everything that Fiona is doing.
Yep.
Creates a strong sense of community to elevate and future-proof the profession. And it's all about connection, credibility, and raising the standard across the board. At the helm of this is the wonderful Fiona, as I said. No pressure.
No pressure. No. Wow. Thank you. That's a fantastic explanation. And that's exactly what we do. We are all very proud at the AHC. We're proud to be working so closely with our members, closely with the industry. And for some of you may not know, actually celebrating 15 years old, the AHC this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, 2010. Yes, I can do my math. Yes.
So it's a real celebration milestone. And for some that may not know, founder and previous CEO Sandy Chong, I have known for many years and has set up the entire organisation with her and the team over those years.
Yeah.
And it's an honour to come and step in as interim CEO and continue on and do all the amazing things. I mean, our vision really stays the same. It hasn't changed. And I've been able to slip into the role and immediately start working on a lot of the initiatives that the AHC have been doing over the years, which has been really special. And a lot of those introductions and initiatives happened over a long period of time. You wouldn't have those introductions without that connection and past. So that's pretty special too.
Yeah. Thank you, Fiona. And, thank you for doing what you are doing for the industry. It's no mean feat being in the position that you're in. So let's start with something a little bit simple. Who is Fiona? I'd love to get a glimpse into the real you, beyond the title and accolades. What drives you, what grounds you, what lights you up?
Great. Yeah, who am I? Yeah, look, I'm actually quite a humble person, humble upbringing. I actually grew up in Adelaide, so we have a connection there, Emily.
Yeah.
And a hairdresser. But prior to the industry, if we go back, I had a really great upbringing, loving parents. I'm one of three girls, so one of us was definitely bound to be in the fashion or hair and beauty industry. And yeah, I had primary school, high school, and I got to high school and decided that school wasn't my favorite thing. Although I did stick it out and did the best I could, I decided to inquire about my career and my future and what that looked like. And yeah, who am I suppose? Oh, goodness, so much over the years. It evolves, I think. But yeah, I'm pretty humble, pretty passionate. I've got a big heart. I love what I do. I love and I ensure that I surround myself with really good people. That's probably one of
Mm,
my big learnings.
yeah.
But yeah, so it's been a great time and good timing for me at this stage to step into this role and take this on and huge passion in the industry and I always have. So
Yeah.
yeah, from high school, did work experience in a salon and loved it. Absolutely loved it. And they offered me an apprenticeship. And my parents wouldn't let me leave school unless I had an apprenticeship, which kind of made sense at the time. Days are different now. So that's what I did.
I would absolutely not allow my son to leave school unless he had a job to go to or an apprenticeship for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, my parents were pretty traditional, both really hardworking. Full respect to my parents worked, right up until they retired. They both had really good careers, very driven people as well. It's probably where I get that from. But yeah, it was a no-brainer for me. I thought, well, there you go. That's my opportunity. And I've never really looked back, actually. I've never changed career in that time.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
I would. I had a bit of a moment in my time where I thought I'll have a go at something else.
Yeah. What was that?
You'll laugh at this.
Okay.
Love animals. And I had some experience with friends that had a dog grooming business.
Okay.
There's a bit of a funny story, but yes, I didn't love it, but try these things. I had a bit of a go at floristry, really love flowers and the design
Well,
element.
going back to the dog grooming, it
I tried to
is,
skip over that, didn't I?
yeah, you did. I want to hear more, but it is hairdressing for dogs.
Yeah, totally.
So, it's not that much of a leap, really.
And I do love dogs. I have
Yeah.
had a dog over the years. No, it was an amazing time to spend all day with dogs and you
Yeah.
can say anything, do anything, no judgment. If you're running late, you can talk to them or not talk to them. Whole customer service and customer journey is very different with the dog.
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
But yeah, it just didn't quite align with me. And that's okay. You got to try these things. Good fun,
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
memories.
And then I did interrupt you. So what
Okay.
was the next thing you went on to?
I tried a bit of forestry actually through that time.
Ah,
I really enjoyed that.
yeah.
I don't think I disliked it. I just found working on humans, and I have shared this before, but the transformational component of hairdressing was what I really loved.
Yeah.
And
Seeing
changing
their
someone
face
within, yeah, within
light
and
up.
on the outside, uh,
Yeah.
which was huge. It's life-changing for many people.
Mm, mm.
And that just was very powerful. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think hairdressers are amazing people because they're able to start from one place with someone and then by the end of the appointment, that person is completely changed. And that's because of the hairdresser who's just done that for you. So
yeah.
it's pretty amazing, really. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It's powerful. And I always talk about it's actually quite magical in a way. And we think of which profession can we get so close to someone without it being a medical profession as well.
Mm,
There's
yeah.
not many professions that we can really touch, feel, and delve into the emotional component of what we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's powerful. It's great.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And if someone's listening and thinking, I want to be where Fiona is one day, what kind of training, skills, mindset do you think they need to develop? Like, were there any pivotal moments or challenges that's really shaped your leadership journey to get to where you are now?
There's probably been pivotal moments. There's been setbacks. I've had business and I understand that there's challenges and setbacks.
Mm,
What's got me to here, I think, definitely is mindset.
mm,
And I always say 100% of your mindset, I believe, is who you are spending your time with. Not particularly in your profession, but your recreational time with or your outside of work time. I think your circle of people or your crowd or your closest, it's who you are with and their
yeah,
mindset plays such a big part. And I'm very lucky over the years that I set really clear boundaries with friendships and clear boundaries in business. And that was all learning. I didn't just suddenly wake up one day and know that.
yeah,
You have to learn that as you go. It's all part of
mm,
growth.
yeah,
But I think that's where I am is the fact that I've got here from the people around me. I am a single mum and I have a gorgeous teenager, well, young teen. And I tell you what, I've learned a lot being a parent.
You do. You
You
do learn,
do.
don't you?
You
Yeah.
learn a lot about yourself, don't you?
Mm, mm.
And
You learn how far you can go with being challenged, if we'll just put it that way. And obviously resilience as well with having a teenager. Yeah. But what have you learnt, Fiona?
I think the biggest shock for me being a parent was seeing me in her,
Mm,
seeing my personality and my traits in her.
yeah.
And I've seen the ones that I probably don't like. We are all judgmental of ourselves. There's
Mm,
always things in ourselves that we could change or improve on. And then I see the really wonderful qualities in her.
yeah.
That was a big learning. But yeah, the people I surround myself with, my daughter has taught me a lot. And the mindset is, I think, the closest. You know, I've got incredible besties in my life. I've now got an incredible partner in my life that I'm very blessed to have.
Mm,
And I think it's not just about having lots of people. The older I've gotten, I've become smaller circle, but a really important circle.
yeah.
And those people are there to, you know, pick you up when you fall down or call you out when maybe the behavior was questionable. Uh,
Yeah.
or they're there to also stand with you and laugh with you as well. I mean, you know, you've
Mm,
got to make the most of life and have a good laugh as often as you can.
yeah.
So yeah, I think that's what's helped. But if someone's listening career-wise, I think you are unstoppable. You have way more skills than you ever realize. Sometimes we just think we don't have enough or we are not enough, but you are. And I'm pretty driven. And I know there's a lot of hairdressers and salon owners that are also incredibly driven.
Mm,
But I think keep going, just keep pushing and believing in your dreams and I think as well a lot of the time there's distraction. You know, we see on Instagram or we see influencers and think, oh, I could do that or I could be that. You absolutely could if that's important to you.
mm,
But I think without the people beside you and around you, or the right people around you,
mm.
I find or I have found in career and life that that's what's been part of my success.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, you've got a little bit of personal in there and obviously a little bit of work experience in there as well. So with the personal, going back to what you were saying, is that it's important who you surround yourself with to begin with. And then obviously with work, just start, don't think, okay, this is going to be too hard, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. Just start, take those small steps first, because those small steps lead to something bigger. So
They really do.
yeah.
And if there's someone or a friend or a person that is able to guide you and hear and listen to you and support you and encourage you, that's sometimes really all you need.
Mm,
You have to make the first step and you have to
mm,
keep going and
yeah.
believing in what you're doing. There's a lot of noise. You know, we get distracted by the noise, the people being judgmental. We do
Yes.
live in a very judgmental world now. People are being judged on the amount of likes that they have or don't have. I'm very grateful. I'm not quite sure when it happened in my life, but I'm very grateful that I entered the space of my life where I don't really care what people judge me for anymore. I know
Yep.
in my 20s, I was very self-conscious of that.
Yeah.
I've always been really confident as a person, but I was often very fearful of what people thought.
Yes.
And that's with respect, by the way. I don't behave a particular way because I don't care what people think, but I certainly don't live in a judgmental space. And if people choose to judge me or what I do, then that's, you know, they say what people think of you is none of your business.
I love that. I love that saying. I think as well, as you do get older, you have a bit more of a I don't really care factor. As long as you're not hurting anyone, do what you want. And I think you get to that point in your life where you've had that experience, and dare I say it, you become wiser, and it no longer matters what people think unless they're in your close circle. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. But it can be really hard, especially with social media. And, we are at that generation where we remember what life was like before social media. But,
Mm.
our children, they don't know. They
Yeah,
don't.
I talked to the friends that I lived in the UK with, I was in the UK for 5 years through my
Mm.
career hairdressing.
Yeah,
And I was fortunate enough to have a fantastic education and learning experience with the Tony and Guy group. So I'm Tony and Guy trained, and
yeah.
awesome opportunity, UK and Ireland, some time in Scotland as well. And I laugh often with my roommates, which are all Aussies, by the way, and they've all
Okay.
ended back in Australia. And well, some of them have, but we joke about the fact that we had the best time, but we don't have any video footage or proof of any of it. No one was following us with a camera. No one was uploading a photo onto Instagram. And it would be great to look back and see, but we're also slightly relieved that we haven't had uh, the footage of those times.
Otherwise, you may not be in the position that you're in today if you have.
Could
I
be.
mean, that is something that young people do need to be wary of, is that what is put out there on social media is there forever, and they need to be careful of that, because employers, they do look at
Yeah.
what's going on in the social world. Like, this person looks like this on paper and sounds great over the phone if you're doing like a pre-screening interview, but there's that extra step that employers can take now, which is check out their social media.
Yeah, that's challenging, absolutely.
Mm,
The other side of it is too, I look back in my career and I think it would be amazing to have an Instagram page to refer back to
true.
actually show the
Mm,
footage or the images of the work that I did,
mm,
the awards that I won, the shows that I was part of, uh, and in different countries, and some amazing work.
mm,
And I don't have any of it. And it's all in
yeah.
my memory, and hopefully I don't lose that memory. But I think I see them now on Instagram. I love it, by the way. I love social media for what it is.
Yeah,
And
powerful tool.
it is. And I see them on there and I just think, wow, what a portfolio. Like that
Mm,
is just incredible to have from the very beginning, the first stages of your apprenticeship, right through to you're now a salon owner and you're achieving so many amazing things. And you've got this all on your phone.
yeah.
But I love going back. I mean, I can go back to when I'm crossing my fingers as I say this because I hope I never lose my phone or the photos, but I can go back to when my daughter was born and amazing times in my life, really amazing memories.
Mm,
And I don't have to go into a hard drive or go into the box of photos or hard photos, like the paper photos. That's when I started hairdressing, and I
yeah,
don't have very many of them. So, but yeah,
yeah.
I think cherish those photos and that footage. And yes, you're right though. Use it wisely.
Yes, use it as a tool, that's for sure. Don't let it use you. That's what I always say to my kids.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
So you've stepped into the role of interim CEO. What does that mean? Does that mean you're not sticking around, Fiona? Like, what is what is
That's a
interim?
great question. And I do get this question a lot. So thank you for asking. And I think some people are probably hesitant to ask.
Yeah.
Interim CEO is the interim, so the start as a um, introduction phase, as you like. And I know
Yeah.
in our industry, it's a very rare term to use, but it purely is we've had quite a substantial handover period and that real learning onboarding process.
Yeah.
But I am here to stay. I'm absolutely here to stay, and it won't be
Good to
interim
hear.
CEO forever. It'll change to CEO,
That's
and yeah, I think it's just that interim, like I said, the interim introduction phase, which will probably be about 6 months, and then yeah, we can share when it is ready to be shared that I'll be CEO. So yeah,
well, I'm happy to hear that you're going to stick around, because I think you're doing an amazing job, and very hard shoes to fill with Sandy. You know, Sandy was the one who created the AHC in the
yeah.
first place. So I'm very impressed with what you've been doing so far.
Thank you. It's been
Yeah.
good. It's been a great few months, and I have to say, response from the industry has been incredible. But I will say too, I have an incredible team, or we have an incredible team at the AHC. Everyone's
Yeah.
very skilled and experienced. There's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of passion for what we do because we are
Yeah.
the voice of an industry.
Mm.
And I probably wouldn't have stepped in if I didn't have such an incredible supportive team, supportive board, and amazing members. And I've had a real mix. Members have rang and said, "Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking on the role." Others have
Yeah.
had the conversation about big shoes to fill. Others have said they're really excited about the change. They're congratulating me. It's been a real mix, and I have welcomed them all. And any support is very much appreciated. So yeah, it's been good. So far, so good, Emily.
Well, we'll keep that train going for sure. In an industry that's like craving connection, you you've kind of started, redefining what hairdressing is about, or society is starting to redefine. What's the first thing that you felt needed attention when you joined the AHC, and why, in regards to, I guess, the changes that are taking place?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the changes are taking place in the industry, also the
Mm.
changes in the AHC. A
Yeah.
leadership change is big,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that takes time. And there was a little space there where there was no CEO as well, or no leader. So
Mm.
that was a little bit of a short speed hump, I suppose.
Mm.
But look, I think connection, conversation, and education.
Love that.
And I don't mean education in a skill. I mean, how amazing is our industry? We don't have to look far to find incredible components of education and training. But education, I mean, from a industry standpoint. So the industry is changing. How can we best be educated on the changes? How can we best collaborate and connect as an industry?
Yeah.
And one initiative that we've started to do is having industry forum conversations. Our first one is Tuesday, the 3rd of June, which is an online forum. And instead of not having the conversation, let's have them. Let's have the robust conversations. Let's all share our challenges, share
Yeah.
our issues. And it's really interesting. We do this with COSBOA. I don't know if anyone knows, COSBOA is the Council of Small Business Australia, and we
Yeah.
are a member. And I meet with COSBOA every couple of weeks, and we do that. We talk about the challenges in small business, the issues that small businesses are having,
Mm.
depending on the time when you listen to the podcast. We've just had an election. So the last 6 weeks has been lots of conversation around policy and what the election's going to mean for us in small business. There's a few things to be confirmed yet, so I won't say them, but it's new days for us,
Mm.
for the new government, and also for small business. But we talk about it because there's always great things that come out of conversation.
Yeah.
And our community at the AHC and our members, they are so brave and so resilient. And I admire every single one of them. And community and connection is so important. And they've all got some amazing things to say. They've all got some incredible advice. They've all got their own learnings. So yeah, the idea is to really come together and talk about them. And I hope to be doing that regularly. We have a incredible community on our Facebook page. It's a closed, the AHC Connect page. But not everyone's into that. Not everyone's on Facebook. Not everyone feels like they want to be able to type away. They're busy through the day, but they want to connect and see a face and feel like
Yeah.
they're heard, feel like they can connect with others. So we'll see how the first one goes, and it's free, of course, and welcome to our members to jump on. And yeah, that's really where we're at. Challenging times in business,
Yeah. Absolutely.
challenging times in the economy, and I don't think we should shy away from it. We should really be having those conversations.
Yeah, and I guess we can unpack that a little bit when you're talking about community and you being a leader of community. What's your leadership style? So, are you more collaborative? Are you more autocratic? Like, what do you believe is assisting you in your role in the leader that you are?
The type of leader that I am is more operational in this role,
Mm.
and that's okay. I quite liked that, and for two reasons. The main one is the fact that it is a not-for-profit organisation, and when that what that means is we don't make money out of events. We don't make money ultimately, so we have to be really resourceful. We have to wear a lot of hats in our roles, the AHC. So there's a lot of elements to the leadership role that I have that I do get down into the weeds of the work on a regular basis.
Okay, well, let's move on in regards to innovation then, Fiona. So, the industry talks a lot about innovation. What does that look like for you when it comes to hairdressing businesses today? So, is it technology? Is it mindset? Is it a business model? Is it all three? Or should we focus on just one of those?
I think it's a few things.
Mm.
It's about rethinking the entire client experience, and we'll get to the events because that ties in really well with innovation.
Yeah.
We talk about generations, but yeah, rethinking entire client experience and leveraging on technology. So AI is definitely, and I read a quote the other day. It's not my quote.
Mm.
AI won't take away your craft, but it will give you more time to spend time on your craft. And
Love
I
that.
think that was just brilliant. I can't
Mhm.
remember who quoted it, but if I could, I would certainly share them.
Mhm.
And it's
Can I give you my quote?
sure, love a good quote.
So AI is the assistant that doesn't talk back.
Just like the dog grooming,
Yeah.
the client that doesn't talk back as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. I love it. But it is. It's about aligning with modern values, like, for instance, sustainability. And I mentioned generations, but exclusivity, diversity, that is all to me very much a part of innovation.
Yeah.
And if we're not open to it, we really have to be in business.
Mhm.
And it's a constant shuffle, I think. It's something that we need to constantly do for sure.
Mm. So it's an interesting point that you've just brought up. So in regards to diversity, what do you mean in particular that businesses need to embrace?
We just have to embrace the diversity of the different generations, the diversity of the different needs and wants of our clients, the different needs and wants of our team members.
Mm.
We change as well. We evolve.
Yeah.
So we have to be really open and be diverse in our approach.
Yeah.
Sometimes we become closed off because we have a lot of experience in business or we've been in the industry for a long time.
Mm.
We may sometimes forget that inclusivity.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, that's where I was going with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was a completely different perspective as to what I thought you were going to say, because diversity is normally race, sex, gender. So yeah, that's really interesting.
That is important, absolutely. And I
Yeah.
think that our industry is already very
Yeah.
open to diversity.
All right, quick interruption because without you and your engagement, I can't keep growing this show and bringing you the juicy stuff that actually helps. So if you're loving the Dressing Gown CEO, please take 30 seconds to leave a review. It seriously makes a huge difference. And hit subscribe while you're at it so you don't miss what's coming next. I want to keep giving you value, but I've got to know if this show is helping you. Now, back to this incredibly valuable episode. Well, it's a really pertinent perspective that you have there as well, because I have been to the industry days that the AHC puts on, and I do hear the salon owners who have been around for 20, 30, 40 years saying that they can't get staff or that they are having issues with dealing with the younger staff. So I think your point about embracing diversity and being more flexible in what is happening in the world, not the industry, but in the world, in the way that young people are evolving and coming across to employers is a lot different than 20, 30, 40 years ago. Respect has to be earned. It,
Mm,
it, it can't be, I'm older than you, so you must respect me. It just doesn't work like that anymore. Yeah.
totally. And it's both ways to
Mm.
the respect. It's a mutual respect.
Mm.
But absolutely. And we have an incredible industry of people that have been in business a long time because we love what we do. We're passionate about what we do and often forget that the communication style has completely changed
Mm.
for this current generation. And
Yeah.
segue into our events when we talk about this next generation. And Emily, you and I have shared a little bit about this.
Mm.
Do you mind if I share about the events now? Is that
Absolutely. Go ahead.
it's very on topic because the theme of our events this year, and even Industry Day to touch on it, but
Yeah.
it's about the generational shift
Okay.
and the emerging generations, the demographics or the changing of demographic and the communication style of what that generation shift is requiring.
Yeah.
We're living in a world now where people communicate on their phone via DM or WhatsApp or it's all online and
Mm.
our clients want to communicate that way and the entire customer journey just looks different.
Yeah. Yeah.
They want to be communicated differently. They don't really want to be called on the phone. They want to be messaged. And a lot of salons have absolutely embraced that, which is
Mhm.
fantastic. I'm sure they're getting great results. I'm hearing that they are.
Mm.
But it's about changing with the communication style and the needs of that generation. So, Leadership Summit is on the Saturday, and we have a keynote speaker, Mark McCrindle, and he is a futurist and demographer. So we spend our day doing hair. He spends his day going through the demographical data, I suppose. Spends his entire day in his business is all around data.
Mm.
I love data as well. I'm not quite as data obsessed as Mark is, however. He discovers a lot of different needs and communication styles within the generational shifts.
Yeah, I'm
And
really looking
now,
forward to
yeah,
listening to
it's
him
going to
about
be really
that.
great.
Yeah.
And now with AI, that's changed the landscape as well.
Mm.
The Leadership Summit is keynote speaker. We have salon owners, leaders, and members, so our foundation members, right across to our associate members. There's non-members also welcome. And we have an amazing afternoon of connection, community, and we have some other keynote speakers as well. We have a guest coming in who is an economist, and he's going to talk about the economy, the global economy, what that looks like now versus what it's going to
Yeah.
look like in the near future, what the rest of the year is looking like.
Wow.
Always an interesting topic,
Yeah.
especially in our space of customer service and in the service industry.
Mm.
So yeah, it's going to be great. And then we move straight into Schmooze Fest, which is a really well-known event. It's become a very popular, sought-after ticket, actually. People
Yes.
are like, oh, I'll just come to Schmooze Fest.
Iconic.
Very iconic.
Yeah.
Well, no, you can't because the ticket is included for both events. So it's a one ticket and it's Leadership Summit for the whole afternoon.
Mm.
And then we move into a cocktail party, drinks, canapes for Schmooze Fest.
Mm.
And that a whole concept that the AHC created years ago was the opportunity to connect with your community and network.
Mm.
Because the AHC bring the industry together. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Here to connect the industry. So to have everyone in the room, having a drink, having a schmooze, that's sort of where that whole concept came from.
Mm.
And in my business in previous years, I attended as a member. So that's where I've got to meet many salon owners and members over my years. So it'll be fantastic being there this year as CEO and
Yeah.
celebrating the event and also getting to meet everyone. And yeah, so that's an awesome day. But also Industry Day, that's the day before, that's on the Friday. So both events are in Sydney at the Sheraton Hotel.
Mm.
And Friday Industry Day is on education and training. So
Mm.
that day is we have, if you're not aware, the most exciting part of the day for me is after 8 years, finally the hairdressing training package, hair and barber training package is under review. So that means that the training package that has currently been in place for 8 years is finally being reviewed and
Mm.
rewritten.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
And thanks to SAXA, which is Service Australia Skills Australia, Service and Creative Skills Australia, sorry, they are now responsible for the personal care sector for building and creating the updated training packages for many industries. So they work with hair, beauty, barber, floristry, funerals, all sorts of service industries in the personal care sector.
Yeah.
So we're having a session with them, and they're actually we are having an opportunity to give feedback on what we would like to have in these training packages, what we would not like to have, what are the changes that we want to see, and why is that so important, and what is that impact for us? For an industry, that impact is huge because what sort of hairdresser do we want in the future?
Yeah, and it blows my mind that this wasn't done in the beginning, that a training package for hairdressers was created by non-hairdressers. It just blows my mind. Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? So look, the good thing is we can rewrite the new training package and we have the ability to share and have input for that. And it's super rare. SACSA work
Mm.
really hard across all industries. We are very close to them. I'm on the committee. There's a technical committee. And yeah, that day there'll be an actual strategic workshop on some feedback and input for the training packages. So there's a few tickets left. Come along, depending on the timing of when this will be aired. But we look forward to seeing you all there. And we get everyone from salon owner, apprentice, an educator, a teacher, RTO, anyone that's education involved and that really wants their input. But also it's industry updates. We have Department of Education giving us update, Skills Apprenticeships Australia. We give them the audience some stats on the industry around education. The wonderful Richard Kavanagh is our MC and he's fantastic. And we also have some industry panels. We're sharing with the audience around some salon owners that are training apprentices and they're doing things a little bit differently.
Mhm.
And also some external educators or teachers that are doing, they purely focus on education in salon. So they don't have a salon, but they do in salon training.
Okay.
And they might be, for instance, filling the gaps that maybe the RTO or the TAFE or college aren't doing. But the beautiful thing is we'll all come together and we can actually create something that's very collaborative, very much in tune with what we want the future to look like for the industry. So I'm
Yeah.
very proud of this event, both of them, but particularly Industry Day, because
Mm.
we get to share and the opportunity to open up the future of what the hairdressing package looks like. So in 5 years, what do we want our hairdressers to be doing? What do we want them to be learning? What do we need them to be learning in college? And what do we need
Yeah.
them to have learnt when they leave college and come straight into the salon?
Yeah, and this is going to be compulsory for every state, is it? This training
Yep.
package? Amazing. So does it also affect the laws in every state about how some hairdressers don't actually need to be licensed?
They really need to be.
Yeah, they
They
do.
really need to be licensed. Will
Yeah.
this training package stop that? I'm not quite sure whether that's what the training package is set up for, but if they're actually qualified, they have learned a training package and they've been qualified from a college.
Yeah, yeah. But we're not sure if the government's going to make it compulsory that they have to do this training package in order to operate as a hairdressing salon or as a hairdresser.
They don't have to have it to be operating as a hair salon, but to be a qualified, for instance, Certificate 3 in hairdressing
Yeah.
training package. You're not qualified in Certificate 3 if you haven't done that training package.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Great.
So if you decide to be hairdressing for whatever reason and not
Mm.
have that training package, then you're not qualified.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
know that that happens. There's some of that happening in the industry, some of
Yeah.
that happening in the barber industry too. So um, it's not particularly a regulated training package,
Mm.
but it's a start. This is the most exciting part of it. This is a start to be getting it right.
Yeah.
And we have the opportunity to have our say. And that's our slogan, have your say at Industry Day.
I love that. And to have it synchronized across the states as well. So you're not having one training package for this state and another training package. Yeah.
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
that.
that's right. It's
Yeah.
across the board in all states. So
Yeah. So let's move on a little bit to, I guess, your experience and mentorship that you have done. If people are feeling a bit overwhelmed or stuck right now in the industry, what's one piece of advice you would give them? Something you wish you knew earlier in your career? Yeah.
totally, I wish I did. I'd probably say to sometimes in business and in career, we are wanting to get there really quickly. We're wanting to do all the things. And we see it on social media. Everyone's doing all the things. And we know
Yeah.
that that's only really 2% of the reality. But I'd say don't focus on doing more. Focus on doing more of what matters.
Oh, that quote's going to be on social media when I'm promoting this. I love that.
And
Okay.
you know, that's in life too. I've taken that with me over the years. We get very overwhelmed in life too, but the overwhelm is because it's all the things and we think
Mm,
we have to do all of them all the time. And the
yeah.
other thing is we think we have to do them well.
Yeah.
We can't do all the things really well all the time. It's not humanly possible. We can
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
Yeah, breaking it down. And the other one is you don't have to reinvent everything at once.
Mm,
And in business, get really good at reaching out. And that's why I talk a lot about our community at the AHC, like-minded business owners. Um, get good at asking and get really good at listening.
beautiful. And get good at taking on feedback. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which comes with the listening, obviously. Okay.
totally. And we want the information, and sometimes we don't take it on for whatever reason. We may think that we have a better answer, but
Mm,
yeah, get good at reaching out and asking. But also, the key there is you have to get good at listening.
yeah. Yeah. And would that be advice that you would say whisper to your younger self on a really tough day? Yeah.
Yes, I do. And I try and say it to my daughter as well. So teenagers aren't good at listening and teenagers aren't good at getting any advice from their parents. I'm really hoping that she
Mm,
will eventually, but that's part of it. But again, if we think of the generation, I've got a generation alpha that's emerging the workforce in a few years.
mm.
The listening is very different. The communication style is different. So come to Leadership Summit and learn all about it.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, can you give us any sneaky tips on how to actually communicate with these alpha generation? Do you have just one maybe, which will make people want to get the others?
Yeah, I'm keen to also hear what Mark McCrindle says.
Mm,
I would say ask them.
okay.
ask them and have the two-way conversation. Sometimes we assume how people would prefer to be communicated to.
Mm,
Same with clients.
yeah.
What do you prefer? What's your best way of communication? And sometimes we find out, but I don't have much more. Let's wait till the Leadership Summit and see what Mark McCrindle's got in store.
Yeah, sure. You've done so much, Fiona. You have been an apprentice, a hairdresser, a salon owner, a mentor, and now a CEO. But what does success look like to you now? Has that definition changed over the years? Should we be rethinking how we define success in our industry?
Yeah, success. I like this question. For me, though, it evolves over time. Success changes through. It's changed a lot of times through my life.
Yeah.
For me now, though, it's about doing work that is meaningful and making an impact.
Mm,
The other part of the AHC and why I've been involved with them for so many years since the beginning is I want to be doing something that's leaving or contributing to a legacy. And in the meantime, not losing yourself in the moment. You've got to really, I think, do what you love. And to me,
yeah.
it's that simple. You've got to do what you love. If you love what you do, to me, that's what success is.
Yeah. I love that. I think as well, you need to be careful because there is a bit of a line there as well that you don't go so far into doing what you love and then neglecting the people around you as well. So that can be a little bit tricky. You need to know when to lean in and lean out as well. Yeah. For me, success has definitely changed over the years. My definition of what I think success is. Yeah.
And how has that changed?
I think in my younger years, I thought success meant earning lots of money and having flash cars and being able to go on holidays and all of those kinds of things. And they're all great. But to me now, success is where you can take some time off and you can spend it doing the things, other things that you love, like doing exercise or having a regular yoga class that you do, or meditation, going to the sauna, doing things that are healthy for you and not just focusing on work, 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 work because I need this money or I need this car or I want to go on this holiday. But when you're on the holiday, you're just focusing on work anyway. So what's the point? So I think as I've gotten older, I have, and running my own business as well, because I haven't always run my own business. So this is what I used to think success was when I was a teacher and I was younger. So I think now that I'm older, I've realized that it's the small things that aren't actually small things in my life that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people ask me over my time, how do you manage the work-life balance? And my answer immediately is I don't. I
Yeah.
don't believe in it.
Yeah.
I don't believe in work-life balance because it looks different to absolutely everyone.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a saying that was quite popular in the early 2000s. It was a popular thread that was
Hashtag.
going around, hashtag work-life balance, totally.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just not a thing because it's different to everyone. And I mean that in the sense that it changes and shifts throughout your career.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's more work, sometimes it's more life. And you're never going to get an exact balance. It's about working what's right for you.
Mm.
So yeah, it's good.
I liken it to a seesaw. So
Yes.
you have to know when to lean in and then lean out depending on whether you want to go up or down. So your up is your work and your down is your personal life. So that's kind of what I liken it to. Yeah.
Good. I'm taking that one. Thank you.
You're welcome. So is there a value or a mindset that you hope your daughter will take with her in life?
There is, and there are many conversations that I have with her,
Mm,
and I try and teach her. Probably one of the main ones is you're allowed to fail and make mistakes.
mm,
They are so normal and it's part of life.
yeah.
And how do we grow and learn if we don't make mistakes?
Yeah. Well, it's the same
She
in
looks at
business,
me
isn't it?
sometimes and as if to say, oh, really? Like she's just not quite convinced that a mistake is okay.
Yeah.
Thankfully, in school now, there is that more of a mindset approach around mistakes and around trying your hardest.
Yeah.
And practice doesn't make perfect. Practice just makes you better.
Yeah. I love that. I think kids can be under a lot of pressure these days from their peers as well as teachers and parents. And as a parent myself, I forget that quite often. So it's nice to have that little reminder there, Fiona.
Mm.
I also really like the cliche saying, "You are enough." So I try to have that in the back of my mind when I'm talking to my kids about school or about something that they have come to me and it's an issue for them. I just keep thinking in the back of my head, "You are enough. You are enough." So, yeah.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. And I think it's important with our teenagers that are particularly on social media
Mm,
and they're exposed to perfection all the time,
mm,
filters,
yeah.
and an unrealistic lifestyle for so many. Like I
Mm,
said, we see such a small percentage of the actual reality of what happens. And
mm,
thankfully, there's a lot more education around that now.
yeah.
But I do feel for a lot of the teenagers when they're just trying to really find themselves. And I will also say to my daughter, I say to her to keep being brave and to really get to know yourself and love yourself because no
Mm,
one else can love you like you can. It's getting a bit deep today, Emily, isn't it?
I love that. Our listeners and viewers will love that too.
It's
Yeah.
good. It's important to
Mm.
love yourself. No one else will like you will.
Whew. That is very true. I recently read the affirmation that you should stand in front of the mirror and just tell yourself that you love yourself and see what kind of reaction you have.
It's a really important one for body image, and we're going
Mm.
off topic, but I love this conversation because I follow. Uh, um, Her name's left me now, so you can cut this out if you want. But she actually is a body. Um, she was Australian of the Year, not last year. Was it last year? The year before?
Okay.
Karen Bromford. Thank you.
Yep.
And she talks about I educate my daughter and her friends when they're getting ready because now you've got boys, haven't you, Emily?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like being a girl, it's about getting ready together.
Yeah.
They get ready together and they do the TikTok get ready with me
Okay.
and they blog and they sort of send clips to each other. And
Right.
I talk about the fact that we were not born to hate our bodies. We weren't.
No.
We were born. We weren't born to hate any part of our body or anything about ourselves.
Mm.
We have been taught,
Mm.
and over time we have learned to
Mm.
hate parts of our body or hate ourselves
Mm.
for whatever reason. There's a lot of extra external pressure. And I say to her, when you look in the mirror, I want you to find one thing every day that you love about yourself. It could be your nose, could be your eyes, could be your fingers. Every day when you look in the mirror, you need to tell yourself one thing that you love about yourself.
Yeah. I love that.
When I started doing it, she'd look at me like I was just the weirdest person,
Yeah.
and roll her eyes sometimes. But it is so important because it's baby steps, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's getting that small increment of belief.
Mm.
And Taryn Brumford, follow her on Instagram. She's incredible when she talks about young people and their learnings in their mind of what they've been taught about their bodies.
Yeah.
And as a mum, I'm incredibly proud that my body has made a human and this incredible human. This child is just, she's amazing. I'm a bit biased. I think she's amazing. And my body did that. And when I run, I'm really proud that I can run a few Ks because
Mm.
my body's really strong and it's the ability to be able to do that. I'm so lucky.
Mm.
So it's about, yeah, it's what I get worried about with teenage daughters, particularly, or children,
Mm.
is what it is that they're learning and that internal dialogue that they're saying to themselves.
Yeah. It's
Um,
worrying.
yeah. So if we can just give them little nuggets and little pieces of information.
Mm. Yeah. I think the problem is that it's everywhere because if we were happy with ourselves, then we wouldn't buy anything, would we? Being you can't sell anything to someone who's completely happy, can you?
That's
So
right.
um, a lot of the influence does come from used to be for us adverts, on TV, on billboards, on bus stops.
Yep.
Now for us as well as your daughter's generation is social media.
Yeah.
And companies are getting really, really clever. They're using your daughter's friends to sell their products for them. You know, they're able to get them to be an influencer or a micro influencer, blogging about, oh, this is the makeup that I'm using, and this is the clothing that I'm wearing, and this is the brand I'm getting it from. So
It's very
yeah,
powerful. And
yeah,
I see my daughter doing that. It's not about what I suggest for her to buy,
yeah,
about what she's seen.
yeah,
They're all buying it. But I remember having that pressure. It just wasn't, I suppose, in our face every day, all day,
yeah,
45 times a day.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So
yeah,
it is,
absolutely.
it's a challenge for sure.
Yeah. So we will wrap it up. But what I wanted to ask you, one last question, was if you could leave every listener with one powerful idea, what would it be? You know, something they can carry into their salon, their business, or even as a parent. Just one thing.
Oh, as a parent, it's slightly different. However, this could be. I always say it's one of my favorite philosophies, I suppose, and I think of it a lot, is in life, in business. If you're not challenged, you're not changing. And if you're not changing, you're not growing.
Mm, yeah.
Mm.
Very, very powerful one, that one. It
And
comes
it's in business too, right?
yeah, yeah. It comes from the, you know, from little things, big things grow. But if something's not growing, then it's not living, is it? So, yeah, that's a good one. Thank you, Fiona.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure, Fiona. How can we find you on talking about social media? How can we find you on socials, on websites, anything else where we can
Absolutely.
find you? Yeah.
So the AHC have a website, www.ahc.org.au. There's a contact us page. Please contact us, ask any questions that you like. We have a member support team that are waiting for your contact and can pick up the phone and have a chat to you about the AHC. We also have social channels. So AHC Instagram is AUS Council, and also Facebook, you'll find us. And I have an Instagram page too, and I love my
You.
Instagram page. I'm trying to keep up with the posts, Emily.
Good.
Yes, you'll find me, Fiona Beamish, CEO AHC, and yeah, jump in, send me a DM, and let's connect. And we look forward to seeing you in salon at our events. And yeah, any questions, touch base.
Well, Fiona, thank you so much for your time. It has been an absolute pleasure. And listeners, viewers, if you loved today's episode, share it with a fellow salon owner, educator, business owner, or creative who needs to hear Fiona's story. And don't forget to check out the upcoming AHC Leadership Summit and Industry Day. You can find all the links in my show notes. So, Fiona, once again, thank you. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to the Dressing Gown CEO. We truly appreciate you taking the time to listen, and I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you're new here, the Dressing Gown CEO is where business and life collide, raw, unpolished, and full of lessons from our journey as entrepreneurs, parents, and partners in life and business. We love sharing our stories and those of our amazing guests to help you find inspiration, motivation, and information. So I'm going to ask you a favour, and I promise that you'll get the benefit from it. I'd just be so grateful if you left us a review. It helps us reach more people just like you, and it makes the show better and better because feedback is what helps us thrive and improve. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. We've got so much more to share, and I can't wait to grow this beautiful community of people like you. So thank you again for listening to the Dressing Gown CEO. It's real, it's raw, it's the Dressing Gown CEO.